Taloria Gant sat in the living room of her southeast apartment this morning and could not stop the tears as she talked about her son.
He never been in no confrontation. He never been locked up. He never had a jaywalking ticket. He just was one of them kids that I just try to raise a sweet young man in the city. That's it. That's all I try to do as a single mother, raise my children.
The apartment walls are covered with pictures of Brandon in uniforms and cap and gown. Awards for him and his siblings are everywhere.
From the time I gave birth to Brandon, he was one of the cutest, sweetest little baby boy. He always kept a smile on his face. He was always happy.
Around 3:30 in the morning of September 6th, D.C. police found Brandon shot inside his mother's Toyota Corolla near the intersection of 18th and Minnesota Avenue Southeast. Police say a driver cut him off and as many as 2 gunmen stepped out and opened fire. Brandon survived for 2 days before he passed away. Police are working on a theory the 23-year-old mover, or even the car he was in, may have been mistaken for someone else. News 4 has obtained video just released by D.C. police showing what investigators believe is the car the shooters were riding in. The morning he was shot, Brandon's mom thinks he came to this gas station here on Minnesota Avenue to fill up her tank and to buy some allergy medication. She believes that he actually made it here because when the police found his car, it was pointed in the direction as if he was heading home.
Like we said, my brother wasn't in the street. No kid, no man, no woman, no child deserved to lose their life at any means necessary. So for him to be taken away from us is, like I said, it's devastating and unacceptable.
D.C. police say after the funeral, detectives were putting up flyers in the neighborhood where Brandon was killed, and someone came up behind them and tore them all down.
My heart's so broken. They took everything from me when they did this. Everything from me.
On October 14th, Taloria and her family plan to have a march and rally. They all want justice for Brandon. In the district, Paul Wagner, News 4.
An Atlanta mother opens up after losing not 1, but 2 sons to gun violence in just 9 months. Good afternoon, and thanks for watching Fox 5 News at 4. I'm Christine Spiro. The mother says her 17-year-old son was being pursued by a violent Atlanta street gang when he and 2 other men were killed in a triple shooting on Evans Street in the West End last weekend. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us now with their heartbreaking story. Angelique.
Yeah, this is a really tough one, Christine. Good afternoon. Now, Deidre Johnson tells me she moved her family to Atlanta from Kansas City in hopes of a better life. But the mother of 4 says life dealt her a real blow after losing not 1, but 2 sons to gun violence.
Nowadays, in this new era, these older guys are putting these kids on false hope, putting them on dummy missions where they losing their lives.
Mom Deidre Johnson says she did all she could to save her sons, but in the end, she lost them both to gun violence. She says her older son, Darrell Johnson, was killed in her hometown of Kansas City in January. And just this past week, her 17-year-old son, Deron Johnson, died in a triple shooting on Evans Street in the West End. She says Deron had just gotten out of the Metro Regional Youth Detention Center last week. She says she begged a judge to put him in a program.
This is his 4th time being in there. I just wanted him to not catch a felony, and he was so smart. And I asked the judge, I said, if this boy is so smart where he's stealing Teslas and Teslas cannot be stolen, why not put him in engineering?
Johnson says her case is complex. You see, she is a felon herself who now works in HVAC maintenance. She wanted more for her 4 children, but because of her felony record, she says she couldn't secure housing. In the past, she says she's been homeless with her 2 sons and 2 daughters on the streets of Atlanta. Lately, she says a gang lured her son in, giving him money to steal cars.
And my son was sought out. He was in E5 territory in West End. Make him feel like he was family. Well, where were y'all when he got gunned down in the street?
Now, Ms. Johnson says she has shared most of this information with Atlanta police, including the fact that she says the gang has threatened her life as well as one of her daughters. She says her focus now, though, is on burying her son because she says she doesn't even have the money to do that. We are live in Southwest Atlanta. Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
Such tough circumstance.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, October 10th. The year is 2023, and it is a beautiful Tuesday morning. Grayson heard the countdown. He ran over here. He said, "Oh no, it's starting." And he hears that countdown. He knows something is going on. He's like, "What is going on?" He races over here. And he hears that beep, beep, beep. And then Ginger's here. Ginger's over here. Ginger and Grayson this morning. Grayson, stop jumping on your damn sister like that. It's a gorgeous, beautiful morning. It's gorgeous out here. It was cold, a little chilly this morning. The sun has come out. Y'all, after this summer where the heat was sky high. I mean, it was so hot out here this sad summer. It was just unbearable. So we're going to enjoy this beautiful fall weather. It's gorgeous. Ain't that right, Grayson? Say, it's nice. It's beautiful out here. Beautiful fall weather. And here's Ginger over here biting on everybody this morning. She's biting because I should have fed them any breakfast. So they would have at least left me alone while I was making this video. I should have gave you guys breakfast. Yep, I should have fed you breakfast this morning, Ginger, but I didn't. I was rushing, running late. Anyway. Gosh, I hate seeing these stories about these mothers and anyone who loses their children to this gun violence in Niggaville. Now, if you have a child or a son or daughter or a family and you live in certain neighborhoods, get out and move quick. There's no way you can live in the middle of a war zone and protect your children from this senseless, stupid violence. I've never seen a situation where people don't give a damn about someone's life. They will kill you in a heartbeat. There's no regard to human life in these Niggaville neighborhoods. In one story, a young man is going to get medicine for his mother, or some allergy medicine, and they believe it's mistaken identity. He hasn't even, a good boy, a good son in school, awards, graduating college, doing all this great stuff, but still living in Niggaville, y'all. You couldn't pay me cash money to live around you heathens. I'm not doing it. Everybody be telling us, I want to go live in these black areas. So you go right on over there if you want to. I'm not going over there. Now, when I was younger, when I first moved to Atlanta, I was really intrigued by these black neighborhoods, and I really thought, wow, progressive black people. In my head is what I was thinking before I moved into these areas. I lived in College Park, I lived in Lithonia, I lived in Stone Mountain. After I lived around some black folks, and when I lived in Lithonia, I lived in a brand new subdivision of houses, brand new houses. I stayed there 1 year, and I said, I get the fuck up out of here with these niggas. These niggas is crazy. They were insane. I mean, these were brand new homes. I really thought that people would take pride in their homes, take pride in the community, take pride. None of that shit happened. That's when I realized you can't live around these heathens. But if you have children who live in these areas, that's where the problems come in. If you have children that live in these areas, be careful. And take your children someplace safe. I don't have children. I got these 2 Cocker Spaniels, but I know better than moving to some rough neighborhoods. When I was looking at houses for sale here in Atlanta, I looked at all types of neighborhoods here. And I was particularly looking in an area called The Bluff, and I was looking down in Bankhead Highway. Dang, I can't think of any of that damn street. It's not called Bankhead Highway anymore. It's John Wesley Dobbs? No. Oh, I can't get it in the street. I'm always there too early. But anyway, the reason I was looking at those areas because they're going through gentrification and neighborhoods are changing. And I was thinking maybe I can grab one of these houses, you know, at the infantry was just really getting started, you know, cleaning up the bluff and Bankhead Highway and all these different areas. But as I rode those areas, it's particularly in the evening time or nighttime, it was just too dangerous. I said, man, those areas have a long way to go. And I lived in the old 4th Ward when it was rough. And I remember racing home before the sun went down so I can turn on the lights and lock myself inside that house, literally at nighttime in the old 4th Ward because I was so scared over there. I was like, oh, I gotta get over and lock these damn doors. That was in 90, 98, 99, 2000. And as I rode those streets over there, looking in the bluff and various areas down in South Atlanta, inside the city, I realized there were no grocery stores, no retail, no nothing. It was just a desert. I mean, just nothing out there. And I was like, damn, do I really want to move back into an area like this and go through this again at 50-something years of age? And it dawned on me, there was an incident I looked at a house on the street, it was a brand new construction. I met with the builder over there, and he was real excited about it too. And it was a contemporary style house. It was near this new West Side Park they had built. But this particular house was the only house on that street that had been done. It was horrible back up in there. I said, oh God, it was empty lots, raggedy houses, vacant buildings. I said, what in the hell? He done built this thing over here. And I was really thinking I could put up an electric gate, I could put up a fence, I could do all this stuff to secure it. But I had to drive down that street. It was a dead-end street, y'all. It was dark. I said, okay, no lighting on the street itself. And he kept on saying, this is going to eventually, this dead-end street is going to open up to the park. And I said, well, when is this going to happen? He said, well, they're still working on that. They haven't got to this side of the park yet. I was like, it'll be decades before that shit happened. I was like, okay, this ain't going to work. And I ended up not, after we went round and round with negotiations, he was just asking too much for the house, too. And I said, this is just, and I just gave up on that. That house is still sitting there. He has not sold it. I think he ended up renting it out. Because that street was so rough. That area is so horrible over there. Is it changing? It is. Yes, it is changing. But in the meanwhile, while you wait for it to change, you got to dodge bullets and niggas and heathens and prostitutes and drug dealers. It was just too much going on over there. If you have children, those environments might not be safe. You know, at some point in time, living in these urban cities around all this chaos and mayhem and confusion may not be a good idea, especially if you have the means, and I understand that some people may not have the means to get out of these areas. But if you want your child to live, you got to take your children someplace safe. And many of these neighborhoods are just not safe. They're just not safe to have children and teenagers. Not safe for just regular people. As I went up and down them streets, I searched the streets over there off Bankhead Highway and the Bluff. The Bluff has improved tremendously than what it was 10, 15 years ago. It has improved. But at nighttime, you know, some riffraff kind of find their way out. You trapped in your house. Then I had a friend of mine who was killed right there in the Bluff maybe about 2 years ago in February 2021, 2022, somewhere up in there. I'm not a nighttime person, so for me, if I lived in those neighborhoods, I know to get my ass in the house and lock that damn door and turn on them floodlights and get my gun next to that nightstand. And also, when you live in those certain areas, you also have to make sure you strategically place your bed someplace where bullets won't come through there and get your ass. You know, you almost got to put, at certain parts of the house, put bulletproof windows in. Y'all think I'm lying, but I'm dead ass serious. You got to pull some of the windows out and put bulletproof glass in there so that you don't become a victim. And you at least, if you can, try to find your house that's brick so the bullets won't come through the damn brick. It's a lot to go through just to live in the city. Yeah, F that shit. And then you do have to have an emergency where you got to go get some allergy medication at the middle of the night. You better hope. Good luck with that one. Nah, I couldn't live in Niggaville no more, y'all. I can't do the nigga neighborhoods. I don't care if they are going through gentrification. They're too dangerous. These people too crazy. They don't care about anybody's life. It's like living, I mean, they literally just jumped out of cars and started shooting that damn boy for no reason. Then this whole mistaken identity, you got the wrong person. You think, it's like, okay, maybe it was his car. They don't even know what it was that caused this man's death. Y'all, where I live at now, it's so quiet over here. I don't care what time of the day or night, it is zero traffic over here. It's quiet unless you get onto these main streets. I don't know, leaving out of here, you get on main highways, main roads. Some of these streets are cut through these streets to take you up into Gwinnett. I was never really a person who liked living in the suburbs, but over here, I like this area. The main reason I like this area, no MARTA public transportation. No riffraff up and down these streets, no apartment buildings, no condominiums, no trash. And it just is a different world over here. And we don't have all the retail like Peachtree Street in Buckhead, but when you got all these apartments and stores and retail and malls, we don't have any of that stuff over here. Very, very few retail. They just built a new Publix up the street. What I'm just saying is find safe neighborhoods to raise your children in, even if it means going out a little bit further. No, we ain't got no jumping nightclubs, ain't no fancy restaurants up here, ain't no restaurants you're going to see on Instagram and people lined up for brunch and all that stuff. You got to drive to the other side of town to get that type of stuff and back into the city. Ain't nothing out here. Kroger. A couple of Chinese restaurants. I mean, we have some restaurants out here. We ain't got nothing fancy out here. I mean, nothing. There's a lot of Asians that live out here. I noticed that they've opened up a lot of restaurants out here. Nothing spectacular. I mean, nothing, just little small places. But decent enough if you want something to get something to eat. There's a new Asian restaurant up there next to that new Publix up there. It seems they have a new pizza place, Antico Pizza. I went there. The pizza was pretty good. I mean, this isn't no fancy. Now, downtown Tucker does have some stuff going on there. I just haven't been over there yet. They have some activities going on over there, but it's still peaceful. I haven't heard about any shootings in downtown Tucker. Ultimately, what we don't have over here is a bunch of poor-ass niggas. That's what we don't have. Are there blacks that live over here? Of course there are blacks that live over in this neighborhood. We don't have that poverty over here. The people walking the streets all day and night long. The drug dealers at the gas station. There's a gas station right up the street. It is very clean. I feel safe getting in. The gas stations out here are very clean. I've not heard of any incidents at any of these gas stations over here. I get my gas, I get my lottery ticket. I mainly go to the Kroger gas station. I get my points, discounts off that gas. But these stories sadden me because we snuffing out some of the brightest, smartest kids. They don't stand a chance in these neighborhoods. And I don't even know if these parents don't even understand that. You're raising children in a neighborhood where they're going to get killed in that neighborhood. Why not take your children someplace safe? If you can, if you have the means, get them out of there. I have friends who are now buying houses way out in the country and near damn near Macon, Georgia, just to get the fuck up out of Atlanta, and they're a lot cheaper, and they don't want to be bothered with this bullshit going on here in Atlanta. And some of them, a lot of these people I know work at the airport. And they get off from work, and a few of them work for Delta, and they're flight attendants. But this one friend of mine, he bought a beautiful home, brand new house out. He said it's a 30, 45-minute drive from the airport. Going towards Macon. I mean, I guess with no traffic. I don't know. I ain't been down to Macon in a minute. But he said it's between Macon there. He's brand new home. He only paid like $200,000 for that house. Out in the country. He said he felt safe out there. You don't want to be bothered with that bullshit. He sold a townhouse he had in. For many years, he had a townhouse off of Riverdale Road. He said when they told him what that thing was worth, he can get out of there. He sold that thing and ran up out of there. And the people who brought him came from New York and brought that townhouse. And he was like, huh, they didn't know what they were getting themselves involved in. I said, ooh, you got lucky to get what you paid. He said, man, that thing went on the market sold in days. He got the hell up out of there and took the money he got and damn near paid cash for the house that he brought further out. Now, he's a little bit further from work. I don't know how you going to pull that off, but hey, he said he was tired of that damn shit over there off Riverdale Road. It's getting worse. I have not been on Riverdale Road in years, so I can't even tell you what it's like over there. It's been years since I've been down that way. I don't really go to that side of town too often. Just have no reason to. Move someplace safe. You can't just stay in these neighborhoods and expect your children. You're living in a war zone. Over the weekend, we see what happened over Israel, where those gunmen came into Israel and shot and killed all these people. Hundreds of people killed, and there's a big war going on now. Who wants to live amongst that? Where you can go someplace safe. Sometimes I read these comments and say, Walter, you tell them to go places, they the trouble, they bring the trouble with. It very well could be the case. Move out of the country, but not everybody's trouble. I mean, some families don't want to live in that mess. Some families don't want to live in all that chaos and confusion. Anyway, some of the stuff said, and that's why I do these stuff. Somebody says my channel is very depressing. Y'all, go watch Oprah. If you find my channel to be depressing, go look at Oprah. She got shit up there to entertain y'all. Oprah got tons of stuff over there. Go look at her. Go find up this stuff, because this stuff I'm dealing with the real world out here, y'all. There are things going on in my family I don't discuss. I try to keep stuff personal. I don't like what's going on. I don't like what's going on with my nieces and nephews and their kids. I hate it. But what can I do? It's just horrible out here for people. It's rough out here for black folks. I don't give a damn what nobody say, y'all. It is rough out here for black folks in 2023. I know it is. Everything's so fucking expensive. The food, the car, everything's high as hell. It's sad. I try to help as best I can, but there's only so much I can do, especially when people don't want to listen to the motherfucking word I got to say. They don't want them niggas don't need to shit I got to say, so I keep my distance. Now, if they came over to Uncle Walter's house and sat here and listened to what I had to say, they'd be in a different scenario. But them niggas don't want to hear shit I have to say, so what's the point? They don't want to hear nothing I have to say. Nothing. I'm not going to argue with these grown-ass niggas. Shit, I'm 53 years of age. I'm too old to be able to argue with somebody. I ain't arguing with nobody. I will come in this house and close my door, turn this phone off, and go to sleep. I don't want to hear nothing about these ignorant-ass niggas. I don't. I just don't. But anyway, today, this Tuesday, is October the 10th, the year 2023. I'm ready to finish my car. I gotta blow these leaves off this driveway. I'm gonna run out there and blow these leaves off there real quick. These damn leaves are falling fast. It's that time of the year again. I'm gonna try to do another video today. I'm gonna be here around the house today. I got some workers coming over here. I know y'all be like, damn, you always get them workers over here. But now they coming over here with cheap prices. I say, oh, good, y'all can come over here. It's just some minor little things that... There's just a lot of minor little things in here I need to kind of fix. This kind of tedious doorknobs and just all kinds of shit. I need a handyman that can come over here. I need a handyman that can just show up here every day. Now, if my nephews and them have any type of skills, they can do this type of stuff, but they didn't even know how to change the damn door lock. I had also found some doorknobs and stuff online. I got a guy come over to change all that stuff out. He's very good. A Hispanic guy comes in. He does a bunch of stuff like a handyman type stuff. He's not coming over. He's going to be here for a while. I got a couple of workers that are just knocking stuff out in here, and that's all I can do. I did get gutter guards up on my gutters, thank goodness, and I love it because now I can see the leaves just blow right off the gutters. And the gutter guards actually came from out of Lowe's off the shelf. They were not expensive ones. But move your family someplace safe. You know, people sometimes say they don't want to live around white neighborhoods and they scared of. I'd rather deal with racist white folks all day long than deal with these deadly niggas any damn day. I'm serious. I'd rather deal with racist white folks. You can just ignore their asses, go in the house and close your damn door. Them deadly niggas, they're going to confront you at the mailbox and try to kill your ass. The white folks is going to confront you at the mailbox trying to be nosy. You can ignore them. Ma'am, I'm acting like you're on your phone. I'm on my phone. I'll speak to you later and keep it moving. Them deadly niggas, though, it don't work that way. They want your cell phone and will shoot you for it. I'll never forget this story where this man was taking his trash can out over there off of, down there near that rapper Rick Ross house. Nice subdivision, too. This man was taking his trash can out. He was kidnapped. This was off Old National Highway. This was a few years back. His wife said he never returned back to the house. So she was like, she looked out there to see the trash can was out there and his car was still there, but he never came back to the house to go to work. She's like, well, what happened? Well, he got kidnapped by taking his trash can and they drove him around to ATM machines. This is the middle of the day, y'all. Or I don't know if it was daytime or nighttime. I'm sorry, I'm not too sure about what time it was. But they ended up putting this man in the trunk of that car. And there's a shopping center at the end of Old National Highway. If you take Old National all the way out on the left hand side, they left him in that car and they put him in the trunk after they ran him around to ATM machines. And this was a businessman who owned a business and everything. Put him in the trunk of that car and they set the car on fire and killed him. And they caught those guys. And I remember looking at that beautiful home that he lived in with an immaculate yard and everything was taken care of out there. But he lived right off Old National with them heathens out there. Just literally, some black neighborhoods off Old National are nice, but they're so close to that element in Niggaville. Hey! How about that damn barking? But anyway, I guess that's my closest. But I've talked about this story before. But anyway, today is Tuesday, it's October 10th, the year 2023, and I'm about to go in here. But first, I'm going to blow these damn leaves off the driveway before somebody come out. These cars can crush them. And I'm out of here and enjoy the rest of this beautiful Tuesday morning.